So on this big page, I just took the 3 Pythagorean identities and I move things around so that you can identify. There's 3 for each one. So these 2 are added in, these 2 are added in, and these 2 are added in, so that you'll have extra things that you can convert to. If you ever see cosecant squared minus cotangent squared, you can change it to a 1. You go to the 9 Pythagorean identities that I gave you, 1 plus secant squared isn't there, and neither is cosine squared plus 1. You got cosine squared minus 1. Look at your 9. Those 2 are not there. Do you understand that? So you can't convert anything easily. So this is going to be one that you go, okay, I got to go to plan B. Okay? And whenever you see a fraction, you need to, what is that camera? So then you've got to convert anything that you can to cosine and sine. Okay? And just take it easy. Do not skip steps. Well, the right side already has everything in terms of cosine, so I'm going to leave him alone. Everybody get that? But the left side has this secant guy, so I'm going to turn him into 1 plus 1 over cosine squared of theta. So when I have a fraction, I look at the bottom as its own thing. I don't worry about that 1 upstairs for now. I convert that bottom into 1 fraction. Okay? So if I look at just this for now, I mean, I can't ignore the 1, but I can look at it right now. I can make this into 1 over, and downstairs, this common denominator would be cosine squared, and I have to add a cosine squared up here. So it would be cosine squared of theta over cosine squared of theta plus 1 over cosine squared of theta. So I convert the bottom one into 1 fraction. Common denominator is cosine squared of theta, and the top is just cosine squared of theta plus 1. Now, when you see a 1 over any fraction, that is the same as that fraction as the reciprocal. So that's cosine squared of theta over cosine squared of theta plus 1. Now I just turned that left side to equal this, and they want me to make it equal to this. Isn't it the same? Mm-hmm. So I got there. I turned the left side and made it equal to the right side by doing small little changes until I got it to the right side. Okay? So on this one, the 1 plus cotangent squared converts easily to a cosecant squared. And when I have a sine downstairs, it moves upstairs as a cosecant. And now I have a cosecant squared times cosecant squared. And that turns into a cosecant to the 4th, which is what it needed to be. So I got to where I needed to be. So there's nothing here that I can convert. Never convert your cosines and sines, because you end up being in a loop and you can keep converting things and you never get to where you need to be. So what I see is that this guy is already in cosine and sine, and it's pretty simple compared to the other guy. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to make the left guy look like the right guy. You never make the simpler guy look like the harder guy, because it's harder to do. And you won't be able to do it most cases. So I've got 1 over tangent squared. So tangent squared is sine squared over cosine squared. And the cosecant is 1 over sine. I see that there's a sine. This is equal to 1 over a sine squared upstairs and cosine squared times sine downstairs. I just combine them into 1. So I see that there's a sine up, 2 sines up here and 1 here. This is going to bite the dust with that 1 up there. So now this is equal to 1 over sine of theta over cosine squared of theta. And what did I tell you when you have a 1 over a fraction? That equals the fraction upside down. And this is a theta. So I've gotten there. I got to the right side.